The MSNBC narrative police are crafting their ludicrous theories after the South Carolina primary. And Maddow, unsurprisingly, really jumped the shark with this one.
If anybody knows anything about winning the Democratic nomination and about what it takes for a Democratic nominee to win a general election, it is black voters.
Absolutely.
And if Senator Sanders continues to underperform systematically with black voters, and if we see him get shellacked, not just beaten, but shellacked tonight in South Carolina because of his performance with black voters, that's a existential question about that nomination.
Undoubtedly.
Bernie Sanders is leading nationally with black voters. There's no accountability. There's no accountability on corporate media. None. You see what they're doing here? They're going, oh, Bernie Sanders lost in South Carolina because of black voters, therefore black voters don't like him. What they're not telling you is very simple. The demographics of South Carolina and the voting population is very, very, very old. That's why he lost, because older voters in general do not like Bernie Sanders. Black, white, whatever. Generally speaking, he underperforms with that one demographic in the country. But what do? They go, oh, it's black people, full stop. Actually, no, even the polls in South Carolina show Bernie won among young black voters. So he won among young black voters, came in second with all black voters in South Carolina, and nationally he's leading with black voters. And what does Maddow say? Oh, terrible existential threat. If he underperforms with black voters, there's no way that he can win and be our nominee. There's no way. What do you do in a situation where what they're pushing is rank propaganda and it doesn't line up with reality at all? What do you do? And again, there's no accountability. They're not going to say anything to her. They're not going to do anything to her. They're not going to, say, hey, issue a correction. They're not going to do that. And by the way, did they ever say any of this? Now, Mayor Pete just dropped out, but did any of them go on to say, wow, Mayor Pete, his campaign really imploded. Wow, Amy Klobuchar, who's been arguing, I'm the reasonable choice, I'm the centrist moderate, she's doing terribly. Wow, Elizabeth Warren, she should probably drop out. She's performing abysmally. They didn't say any of that about any of the other candidates. They didn't say any of that about, remember Joe Biden in the first 3 states? He got crushed in every single state, and never did they say, wow, this is terrible. He's underperforming with every demographic. No. But Bernie wins young black voters, comes in second with black voters in total in South Carolina, leads black voters nationally, and they're like, oh, this is terrible. Campaign over. What's he doing? This is an existential threat. They will never be fair. And by the way, as somebody said on Twitter the other day, I wish I could give credit to this, but they said, tonight might be the first contest of 2020 where the media doesn't say the real winner is the person who came in second. Because that's what they've been doing. Like, how many times they said it after Nevada? Who was it? I think it was Biden who came in second. They're like, the real winner tonight is Joe Biden. So Bernie gets a second place finish, and it's, oh, Biden obviously won. Remember the point that they made where they said, oh, if you add up all the other candidates versus Bernie in Nevada, the other candidates win. So a non-moderate a moderate alternative, a non-progressive alternative is what the voters really want. Okay, well, if we do that same thing in South Carolina, then a non-Biden alternative is what people really want. Oh, weird, you don't like it when we play that game in South Carolina, but you do like it elsewhere whenever it disadvantages Bernie. You're all such hacks. You're all such hacks. I can't deal with it. It drives me crazy. It pains me that I have this political talk show and I have to do segments like this, like rebutting third grade arguments. Oh, God, it's so frustrating. Anyway, tomorrow's Super Tuesday. We have the ability to put all these people in their place. Let's do exactly that.